Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Shanzi Noor from the Department of Political Science, LCWU. I welcome you all to this program of Department of Political Science presented through the platform of WEBTV LCWU. Today is 14th August. It commemorates the day when Pakistan achieved independence and became a sovereign state following the termination of British Raj in August of 1947. Pakistan's Independence Day also recounts the sacrifices made by our forefathers who envisioned a separate homeland, unfettered by the shackles of oppression, and their unwavering dedication laid the foundation of Pakistan. Today, we proudly reflect on the strides we have made as a nation. However, there are certain looming challenges that have been faced by Pakistan since its inception. To shed light on these issues and challenges confronted by Pakistan, we have Dr. Aisha Shahzad, Head of Department of Political Science, LCWU, and Dr. Sadia Falki, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, LCWU. Firstly, moving towards Dr. Aisha. Welcome, Dr. Aisha. So please enlighten with your deep insights on how these issues and challenges confronted by Pakistan can be overcome.
Thank you, Shanzi. First, I wish Happy Independence Day to all our viewers. And today, I perceive that being a responsible citizen, I must explicate the basic components of an independent state, which are obviously structure, system, and strategies. So, as far as the structure of an independent state is concerned, that is mainly composed of the constitution. And constitution provides the very foundation to a state that also demarcates the boundaries of all the institutions. But when we see the history, we come to know that during the first 9 years of its inception, Pakistan unfortunately did not have its constitution. And later it experienced different constitutions like 1956, 1962, and then 1973 with all its amendments. But when I compare the present scenario, I see that still Pakistan is facing constitutional issues, institutional imbalances, and again the tussle between the representative and non-representative institutions. So I assume that the first component of an independent state, the structure, seems losing its worth in Pakistan. Then the second important component is the system, which is ontologically closely related, both are interdependent. And here again, the political and constitutional history of Pakistan witnesses that it underwent different systems, parliamentary system, presidential system, and then again parliamentary system. But I assume that the political system of Pakistan lacks legal and constitutional norms which necessitate socio-economic justice and well-being of the people. Then the third important component is a strategy, which is again very much important. And again, we see that the strategies of the popular leaders in Pakistan, they all revolve around only the power aggrandizement. So that has caused again, the political instability. And side by side, we see that all these issues actually, they were due to the military dominance in the political state structure of Pakistan, inconsistency in the civilian rule, and widespread corruption. So as a matter of fact, I must say that all the basic ingredients of an independent state are yet to be established in Pakistan. So at the end, I give a message to all the viewers that apart from celebrating the Independence Day, I think it's a moment that we need to rethink and reimagine Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aisha, for your valuable insights. Now heading towards Dr. Sadia Mahmood Falki. Dr. Falki, what do you think? How the issues and challenges confronted by Pakistan can be overcome and Pakistan can become a beacon of hope for the rest of the world?
Thank you very much, Shanzi. I would like to connect my talk to Dr. Aisha Shahzad's strategy of addressing the current challenges which Pakistan is facing at 76. Currently, Pakistan has 5 key issues: political instability, precarious economic situation, damages by flood, insecurity, and imbalanced civil-military relations. I think without incorporating a long-term policy of educating and empowering masses and making society more sensible and empathetic and state more transparent and responsive, I think idea of celebrating freedom would be just a mere illusion. I, as a student of political science, suggest a DIB approach, which can be very much useful to redesign the Pakistani nationalism and idea of Pakistaniyat. My DIB approach is comprised of three elements: diversity, inclusion, and sense of belonging. And in my DIB approach, diversity is actually the core ingredient, where the state policies and discourses should recognize that all the people living in Pakistan are actually the citizens, irrespective of their cultural, ethnic, and religious identity. And we have observed that Pakistani population in different discourses were categorized as Muslims and non-Muslims, or believers and non-believers, which actually paved grounds for targeting certain groups, and as a result, they were not able to secure their fundamental rights. So diversity means accepting the identities. For example, I can quote Hindu Pakistanis, or Sikh Pakistanis, Christian Pakistanis, Muslim Pakistanis, or in ethnic terms, we can call Baloch Pakistanis or Pashtun Pakistanis, which can enhance the element of diversity. On the other hand, diversity should also be reflected in the curriculum, where people should learn through the educational process that unity does not lie in assimilation, but it can be enhanced by accepting the diversity as a core principle of the political system, because people start to think that they are the part of Pakistani state and society. The second component of my DIB approach is inclusion, which means having a voice in those decisions which are going to affect the life of those people. So it means that we can practice inclusion at different level of state. For example, we can empower youth in their prime life decisions like choice of partner or choice of career. And at institution level, we can let the organization to be more effective and functional to voice their concerns. So the policy making must be responsive of those apprehensions. At state level, we can bring different communities and people who are marginalized, who are less represented, into decision making, and they can become a stakeholder by ensuring constitutionally that the decisions which are going to affect their life would not be decided by a simple majority. So the third component of my DIB approach is sense of belonging, which is very much important, because sense of belonging is that feeling which makes you Pakistani, irrespective of your identity. Because sense of belonging can give a sense of security to anyone that they can excel in this country, they can live in Pakistan peacefully, and they can carry their identity without any fear. So it means that Hindu Pakistanis or Christian Pakistanis or Muslim Pakistanis, or like ethnic identities Baloch or Pashtun Pakistanis, when they believe that they can speak because they have fundamental rights constitutionally protected, they are safe in Pakistan because law guards them, they can trust government, and they can criticize government because they have adequate representation at different level of decision making, and they can flourish because they have plenty of opportunities available to them without any kind of discrimination. So I would like to conclude my talk by highlighting that my DIB approach reminds us that without having a meaningful system of education which can cultivate a sense of responsibility, transparency, and sensibility among the people and among the elite, I think we would not be able to address those issues.
Thank you so much, Dr. Falki. So I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to my esteemed guests. On a concluding note, let us use this day as an opportunity to revisit our commitment to progress and prosperity of Pakistan. May the white and green of our flag always stand tall. Happy Independence Day.